Hey there everyone, this is my first crabbing video, so I thought a short introduction might be appropriate. My name is Steve Graybill and my wife and I moved to the Pacific Northwest a little bit more than 3 years ago. We both love whitewater kayaking, but have found that during the summer the rivers tend to get a bit too low to enjoy one of our favorite activities together. When we moved out here, we knew about Dungeness crabs, but we were told that you needed to be in deep water to catch them. However, I then discovered a Facebook group about crabbing from piers here in the state of Washington. And that was my segue into crabbing here, making trips out to Westport and Tokeland to crab from the piers there. However, while I enjoy catching crabs, I enjoy eating them more. And I was lucky if I got more than one crab with each of those trips. This summer, I began experimenting with crabbing from an inflatable kayak that I have. And I have found that crabbing from the inflatable kayak, or IK, to be something that's completely manageable and much more productive than crabbing from a pier. And I've also seen others crabbing from their stand-up paddleboards. Like those that I saw doing this from their stand-up paddleboards, I started paddling my pots out onto the sound, trying to get into 30 to 50 feet of water, paddling those pots out one at a time, doing a soak for a couple of hours, and then coming back and pulling the pots. I had more success with the pots, dropping them from my IK, getting them in a little bit of deeper water, which yielded both larger and more crabs. I really enjoy being on the water, and so dropping those pots from my IK, then coming back and waiting, I would just prefer to be out on the water the whole time. And I found that the Promar round folding traps have become my favorite piece of crabbing gear. I have 6 of these now, and I take out with me, and I just cycle through them nonstop for several hours, and I've had great luck with them. I'm far from an expert on how to catch Dungeness and red rock here in Washington, but I have indeed become a student of it. With the Promar round folding traps, however, I do like to make some modifications to these before I use them. And today, I just wanted to walk you through what I do and how I set them up. So let's get going. So what do we need to set up these crab traps here? So we're gonna want our Promar round trap. And then right over here, we have our 1 pound weight. Even with the 1 pounds, you could probably go heavier than that. I get a little bit of drag on the bottom, even like 15-20 feet if the ties are pretty strong. Then I have right here, we have a 4-inch zip tie. And you could probably use scissors with the zip tie that's small, but I also have wire cutters we're gonna want. Then our paracord, that's 50 feet of paracord. You could probably even go deeper with these traps. If you wanted to use 100 feet, you could do that as well. Then we have a buoy that we're going to add to the top of that. And then we have our extension cord wrap, which is really great to store that. It's totally optional, you don't need that. But I've grown to really love these, and it helps keep the twist out of the line. So that's it. So once you've got the trap out of the packaging, and it's got a few zip ties you need to cut off. It's a little bit of a pain, but it's not a huge deal. Is this line right here, you want to get that in the trash as fast as you can. I've spent 45 minutes on piers at like Westport and Tokeland trying to get this stuff untangled. It's horrible. Basically, there's just a knot right here that you want to get undone to get this piece of line off, and you want to throw that in the trash. So let's go ahead and just get that untied. It's pretty easy to get untied, so it's not a huge deal. You could probably also cut it, but it's just safer to not, because this right here, that's what you need to hold on to. Let's go dump this in the trash, and then we'll work on getting our weight in our mesh bag. Cool, we got our 1 pound weight. We got our, right here, we got our 4-inch zip tie, our wire cutters. On the trap here, there's a little like bait pin that you need to take out. So super easy. Get that open. Drop that weight in there. Make sure the little loop is up at the top. I like to go through the back. Make sure the zip ties, so you got it set up so it's easy to feed back in. Just go through there. Back through. Cinch that thing down. Bam, done. So one of the things that I've discovered with tying knots is it takes a lot more line to get that to work really well than what you're really thinking. And what I like to use to attach to the trap is a rethreaded figure 8, and then a double wrapped stopper knot. The stopper knot is a little bit optional. Figure 8's a pretty strong knot. But to do that with the paracord, you're going to want to measure probably at least 18 inches to make the fold before you create your figure 8 that looks like this. Then you're going to feed this line through that loop on the trap, rethread it through, and then create that double stopper knot. And if you're looking for guidance on this, go look on how to tie a climbing harness. That'll give you really good guidance on how to tie this knot. I'm not going to go into such detail here with that. So let's get this knot tied on, and then I'll give you a visual of what that looks like. And then we'll move on to the next step. Once again, where I made that just open figure 8, I measured 18 inches of this and made that fold there, and that's where I initiated my figure 8 that I thread back through this. And there you can see we got the figure 8 with that double stopper knot. So now we have the paracord all attached, and we just have just 2 steps left, getting this attached to the buoy, and then getting it wrapped up on that extension cord holder. We've unraveled our paracord, so we have it all the way out to the end. That's not attached to the trap. I've already got a double overhand knot tied here. To create this knot, you're going to want to measure 24 inches, make the fold, and then tie this double hand knot right at the end of this. Then we have our buoy right here. So these buoys tend to have like ridges in the middle. When you feed this through, they tend to get stuck. So like if you have a chopstick, it really helps. You just need to get it past that ridge. Once you get it past that ridge, you can just push it the rest of the line the rest of the way through. So we've taken that. We've got our stopper knot there. And then we're just going to do a double overhand knot again up here to try to get it as tight as we can, as close to the top of this. And double overhand, it's just going over once, then going over twice again. Just creates a big knot. It allows it to stop so it doesn't go through the hole in the buoy. Then you want to get that as close down to that hole as possible, so you're always working back down towards that way. Pull that tight. Now we got a buoy attached to our trap. We're good to go. All we need to do is wrap this thing up now. We got our extension cord holder. There's these little hooks here, and just want to throw that Promar thing on there, and really pay attention to the direction that I wrap. If you do this stuff, your lines are always getting twisted. So what I'm going to do, even with these, your lines get twisted, but because you're making a big arc, you don't need to get the twist out as much. It doesn't twist as much. So I'm going to bring that rope down towards me, and I'm going to count like 15 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We'll just do 10. You get it there, and then you're going to want to twist like this the same number of times. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Get that buoy on the same side and just start wrapping again, and that gets your whole line wrapped up, and it'll keep the twist out, which is a really great thing to not have twist in your line. So that's it. We'll almost wrap this up, and we're ready to go use this trap. So I hope this was helpful for you all. Hope to see you out there on the water. So thanks.